Hey guys, we're back. Sorry for the delay. Believe me when I tell you, there was turkey involved. Anyway, so this is gonna be game three of the three-game tournament I played at Atomic Empire a couple weeks ago now. And for this third game, there's gonna be the scenario is gonna be like Chaos Turkey Nest. And this is kind of weird. There's like a nest that you're given, and you place it anywhere in your deployment zone. And if you have a wizard or a unit that has a wizard in it on that nest until like I think it's the start of the third turn, then you get 500 victory points, and you also supposed to get a 5+ ward for your entire army. Now I'm gonna tell you a spoiler right off. Both of us, we both get the 500 victory points, but we both forget about the 5+ ward, and it bites us both us in the butt several times where we really needed that 5+ ward, but we completely forget about it. And the bad thing is we're gonna tell each other after every time we forget about it. Oh, we forgot about it, and then we forget about it again. So you know. So here's a small army, and the same army as the last two. And I'm playing warriors, so I have to be a lot more passive than I really want to. And this is the warrior army, and it's the basic warrior army you're always going to see. It's going to be the level 4 Nurgle DP that has all the tricks and the two chimeras. Uh, Unit of warriors with halberds, the unkillable BSB, a chariot, and the skull crushers. It's basically, no surprises. I think he has a banner of swiftness on his skull crushers, but I might be wrong about that. I might have just been thinking wrong. Here's a first picture of deployment, and you can tell like the whole center of this table is really empty. Like most of the terrain is all in the corners, and this will help my shooting and stuff, but I don't know if it helps me in the combat part because he's got a much easier way to just multi-charge me. And I always tell myself in a situation like this, when I'm seeing double chimeras, I'm just going to castle, but I don't castle. I probably should have castled around that gigantic ice hill that's on the far right. This is just a closer up view of my deployment. And I had my trolls 4 wide. I probably should have put them 5 wide, but I wanted to. I think that's just the way I had him on the tray. And I have 2 more machines behind him. He has no cannon, so it doesn't matter. I mean, there's no cannons for the trolls to stop any cannonballs from. And this is the last look at deployment, and you can see he's deploying like the standard stop cannonballs deployment, like what I did with my trolls and my war machines behind them. But neither one of us have cannons, but I think it's like almost like a force of habit to deploy like this. And here we just have our look at the vanguards. So he's going to win first turn, and he's going to move up about like this, and he's still got his chimera there, like to stop cannonballs. He's also in magic. He's going to get the spell off of my savages. I think he's going to make me movement 1, but other than that, there's really nothing that happens this start of the turn. So Orc and Goblin turn 1. I'm going to charge my wolf chariot that's on the right at his dogs that are in front of my savages, and he's going to flee and get away. I'm going to try to redirect it, I think, into his other dogs, and I'm going to fail it. So this is basically going to make me put my mangler there in front of my doom diver, so that try to make it so that he'll just step on him with the wolves, that way to protect my doom diver. And if for some reason he makes a charge on my doom diver, my mangler can just come back and kill the wolves. So going into magic, I'm trying to put a Forgork on his demon prince, obviously, and it just scatters off or something. I do nothing, and then going shooting up and almost shooting on the demon prince. Both the doom divers scatter terribly, like 8 to 10 inches, and I think I'm able to get one of them that scatters so much that I'm able to hit his chariot, and I do 2 wounds to it, but it's really really bad scatters. I put my rock lava on his demon prince as well. It's going to scatter, so I just get a partial, and that just makes him waste his charm shield. So I do no damage, but I made him stop his charm shield, but I really need to do damage with my shooting on his demon prince. And this is just a result of only combat. I forgot I charged my wolves at his dogs. I'm able to beat them, and I run them down. So Warrior's turn 2, he's going to charge the Chimera at my wolves that I had where I was trying to make them redirect his skull crushers, and they're going to fill the terror chest and flee. And it's things like this. This is the second time it's happened in this tournament where I failed terror test trying to redirect, and it makes me think I should go back to a single troll to try to help out on this. Otherwise, he's also going to long charge on his chariot. On my chariot, it was a long charge, so I tried to hold, but he's going to make it. And going to magic, he's really going to get nothing done. But his chariot's going to destroy my wolf chariot, and it's just going to reform. And this is going to be my second turn. And this is we're in a situation where those failed terror tests is really going to hurt me, because I would have had a perfect flank on his demon prince with my trolls, but the wolf riders fleeing are in the way. I mean, and 6 troll vomits could be really scary to a demon prince. Because those wolves are in the way, I'm not able to do it. I'm really tempted to charge my savage orcs in there. And I know I'll probably win the combat the first round. But the problem is the second round, his turn, he'll have a chimera and a chariot coming to my flank, and he can like systematically either kill my characters, or if I decline challenges, he'll just send my BSB to the back every time. And then when he starts winning the combats, I'll be like one roll away from breaking. So I hold from my friends and everything. I don't declare the charge, and I just try to get around to shooting off. So this is Warrior's turn 3. He can try to charge his Chimera and his Chariot at my Trolls. The Chimera is going to fail, but the Chariot's going to make it. He's also going to charge his BSB at my Doomdiver. And then he's going to land on both my Manglers with dogs and kill them both. He's going to fly his other Chimera and his Demon Prince to my flank of my Savages. And I was worried about that, but that's one reason I was thinking about charging the Demon Prince, but I knew it would have been probably worse for me to charge the Demon Prince than to just have flame templates on me. But I mean, the flame template is going to turn out to be really bad. I'm going to wind up losing like 11 savages, and he only gets like 25 hits, so that's a very high number of savages to lose. Also, before that, he had charged my wolves first with his Chimera, and they had to flee from failed terror. So that's when he redirects, but he fails to redirect. Going into magic, he gets something on me. I think it makes my trolls -1 to hit, but I don't really care because I'm going to vomit, and I'll go ahead and vomit on his chariot and destroy it. So Orcs and Goblins turn 3, and just like in my first game, my trolls this time, I think they're like, I think they need a 4 to make the charge on the Skull Crushers. I'm going to roll double 1s again and fail that charge on his Skull Crushers. And I can try to charge my Savages. So that's going to be a long charge. And if I do that, my Great Shaman and my BSB are going to die to his Demon Prince and probably his Chimera. So I just reform the Savages and get all my characters out of that Night Goblin unit and put them into my big Savage unit. And so we go into Magic. I'm able to get Erigo and Armor Piercing off on my Savages. I don't really think I had enough dice to try to do a foot. But in shooting, I'm going to kill one of his Chimeras with my Rock Lava. So all 3 games of Rock Lava is basically paid for itself. But those stinking trolls fell in that charge. It's really going to hurt. So Warrior's turn 4, he's going to charge the Skull Crushers and his Chimera at my trolls. And he's going to charge the Demon Prince at my Rock Lava. Going into the Magic, I don't really think he gets anything off. I think he gets a low-level spell off that I let go, and then he rolls like the 6 for his Demon Prince. His Demon Prince is going to be toughness 6 now. And so we're going into the combat. He does a flame template on my trolls. But the thing is, we have like a rule in here where if the template as initiative order of everything else at that same initiative, I still get my regen on the other things. So I'm still going to get my regen on the regular Chimera's attacks and the Juggernaut's attacks. And his Skull Crusher guys attack before that. So I'm going to not have the regen on the actual breath weapon, and I think that kills 2 trolls. But other than I have my regen on everything else. So I'm going to kill 2 Skull Crushers, and he's still going to win the combat, but I'm going to be steadfast and I'm going to stick. After that, he kills my Stone Thrower, and he just overruns into my Doomdiver. So it's going to be Orcs and Goblins turn 4, and not much for me other than repositioning and magic. I'm going to get, I think I get Here We Go and Sneaky Stabbing off again. I really have no War Machines left. I think I've 2 Spear Chuckers that are really doing nothing. Going to the combat. And so here's the pick of the combat. We're going into the combat. He's going to, I think he maybe wins again, but I've got him down to 1 Skull Crusher. And I'm still steadfast, so I'm going to stick. And it doesn't look like I got Sneaky Stabbing off this time. I think when you see the cards now, this is after my magic, so I've only got Here We Go. So now we're in the Warrior's turn. He's going to charge the Demon Prince and BSB at my Night Goblins. And he's going to charge his Warriors at my Wolf Riders. And I hold because I need them to, when they overrun from killing them, if they overrun or whatever, or pursue them, not be able to go right into the, redirect into the flank of my Trolls. And also I want to mention, like I said, we both forget about the 5+ ward. So, I should have had a 5+ ward against his flaming attack. He should have 5+ wards against my vomits, and my Night Goblins here should have 5+ wards against all of their attacks they're going to get, because you can see the Night Goblins already, they're almost destroyed. And I should have had 5+ wards on my War Machines against his Demon Prince as well, but we're completely forgetting about all of this. And so, we're going to go into combat here, and basically nothing's going to happen other than my Wolf Riders getting wiped out. And he's going to almost get all my Night Goblins gone, but I think I have just enough Night Goblins to stay steadfast. Okay, so this should be Orc and Goblin turn 5, and I'm going to charge my Savages into his Chimera. I have no more shooting, like I said, other than I think I still have my Spear Checker somewhere, and they're not doing anything. I mean, they have nothing really to shoot at other than his Warriors. Going into combat, and this is going to be after the combat, I'm going to beat him this time. I'm not going to be able to kill that last stinking Skull Crusher. And his Chimera is going to break, but I'm not going to be able to run it down. It's going to get away. He's going to wipe out my Night Goblins and then reform with his BSB and Demon Prince. So, I mean, that's basically it. I'm not going to really do anything now. I needed to run that Chimera down and kill the Skull Crushers, and then hope that it had been closer. So on his turn 6, he's going to charge his BSB into the flank of my Trolls, and the Demon Prince into the rear of my Savages. I'm not going to have a picture of that turn. This is going to be my turn 6. So basically, you can already see here, he's got some kind of flaming thing on his BSB so that he's able to wound me right off the bat. I forget I have a 5+ ward. It might not matter. I would have to save all of them just to still get regens on the rest of the attacks. But he's going to break my Trolls and run them down, so I'm never able to kill that last stupid Skull Crusher. But he's going to come into the rear of my Savages, declare a challenge. I'm going to answer it with my Champion. I mean, what else do I want to do? He's going to kill my Champion, but I'm going to be able to reform, and it's not going to really matter. Going to this last turn here, he asks another challenge, and I'm like, I can't win now. At this point, he's gotten 2 more spells off his turn, where he's going to be toughness 8 now, with his getting rolling 6s and stuff for his lore attribute. So I cannot hurt that Demon Prince with my General. I mean, if I decline the challenge, he'll send my BSB back. I'm going to be strength 4 now. I don't think I can do enough wounds to even think about killing that Demon Prince, and that's the only way I can do anything to try to win this game or even get it close to a draw. So I just answer with my Shaman, because there's nothing I'm going to do. And I'd rather on principle have my Horde alive than basically have my General dead and maybe lose my Horde. So he'll kill my Shaman to end the game. So when we finish this off, it's going to be a victory for the Warriors, and I just could not do anything to that Demon Prince. And if you can't shoot it before it gets to where it wants to be, it pretty much just runs roughshod over you. I was not able to do anything to that, and my Trolls fell under the charge. It was like heartbreak. So basically, I mean, he just was able to outmaneuver me. There's nothing I could really do about it. So this is going to be a victory for the Warriors, and it turned out we were playing for second place. It depended on what happened in the top table, who won that game. If the person who had the first place overall right then won, then the winner of our game was going to be second. But if the person who was second won, then the winner of our game would have been third. So he's going to wind up getting second place because the top player won the top game. So whichever of us won was going to be second. So we were playing for something. So that's going to be it for another battle report. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you feel free to subscribe or comment or like if you like this. And I will talk to you guys next time. We have a tournament next week. I'm not sure if I'm able to go. I'm really hoping I can, but it might not be possible for me to go. But if I do go, I've got a grudge match challenge against Tom Geeter and his Ogres. It's going to be for the title of Mount Everfresh. Maybe I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.